Man, I can hear myself.
I'm looking so forward to that music segment.
Hey, we're recording in 3, 2, 1.
Kino.
It is what it is.
It ain't what it ain't.
And motherfucker.
It's day to day.
Let's get
Let's
it.
get it. Alright, we back again. It's the Day to Day podcast. And showtime. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, probably noticing, today is our first time having guests on the Day to Day podcast.
Yeah.
Big shout out to that. Progression moving forward. And our guest for today would only be right if our first guest on our show would be somebody we know personally. And our guest for today is an entrepreneur, the ultimate do-it-yourselfer, and also one of my business partners in one of my endeavors, Luke, living out our potential. And her name is
Sierra Duvali.
Cece. What a hell of an intro, though. That was a hell of... Goddamn. Like, I don't want to say nothing. Goddamn it. But she's my best friend, too.
No, everyone's
we
great.
building up. She's coming out like she rocking.
Nah. I need that
We
behind.
don't know either. Shit, the fuck.
Damn. Real.
You gotta build it up the right way. But no, we back again. So it's you know, Skull Mall PAN, Sierra Duvali. That's our guest for the day. And we not new to this, but we're gonna start it off how we always do, and let y'all know that Day to Day podcast is sponsored by In the Mix 312
Let's get it.
and Luke, living out our potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now it's really showtime. We're gonna start this off how we always start this off. PA never really says much. I don't know.
Maybe you got an opinion this week.
I
You never
don't
know.
know what Sierra has to say, but we gonna see. Getting right into it.
NFL, baby.
Yes, sir. And the most important thing I want to say about the NFL, and I'll be quiet after this. The most important thing is today, which is October the 6th. We found out that Justin Fields is officially the starter for the Bears the rest of the season.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. What are we, 2-2?
2-2.
Yeah, that's cool.
For the Bears, that's great. We in good shape.
Yeah.
Nobody else excited Justin Fields started for the rest of the year? Okay.
Yeah, right. We don't too.
Yeah, no, yeah. So
We don't know who the fuck that is.
We not, yeah.
Are you excited? You don't seem very excited.
I ain't gotta show all that
Oh,
fucking...
okay.
I'm who I am.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, whatever. Move.
You know who he is.
You definitely don't.
Got the Bears.
Hey, Tom, you know who he is. He started quarterback of the Bears.
Oh, no.
This nigga.
Oh, brother.
Man.
Moving on to something, hopefully, maybe it's a different sport, so maybe I can give a little bit more input on it. But NBA preseason is going on right now. Season starts in what, a week?
2 weeks, I think.
A week or two.
Yeah.
Preseason, the Bulls looked real good last night.
I didn't even watch it. It was
They
decent.
look real good. They played Cleveland, so
That ain't shit.
they beat them by like 50 though.
Damn.
No, they
That's looking good then.
They blowing them out the whole game. Everybody looked good.
Okay.
It's gonna be a show this year for the first time in a long time. The Bulls.
We gotta get some tickets.
Yeah.
For sure.
For the first time in a long time, the Bulls are really good. So that's something to look forward to. But that is not the most important thing on the NBA that's on my mind. And so we're gonna kick it right off. We're gonna slide right into it. It's not ride or slide, but we're gonna slide right into it. NBA great. Nobody can dispute that. NBA legend. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had a lot to say about anti-vaxxers and the guys that are on teams in the NBA that are refusing to get the vaccines right now and the implications that has. And Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal. I mean, it's a bunch of stars, even role players from top to bottom. You know what I mean? There's people on each side of it, and he had a lot of things to say. I think he made a lot of valid points. I think he also said some stuff that people could, have something different to say about. But in general,
He need to sit his old ass down. That's what he do.
I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, sit his old ass down.
I'm not gonna say that. But in general, I say between that and then I don't know if y'all seen some of the media day press conference some of them gave and the questions they answered about COVID. And of course, because we still living in this, it drags us right back to the same conversations we've had previously. Not with C, of course, but just about vaccines, and not necessarily if you're gonna take it or not, but how you feel about it and how it impacts other people. And I just want to ask. We'll start with our guest of honor. How would you say that you feel about the NBA players that are not getting vaccinated, or the way they're going about it, and in general, what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had to say?
I think that with what Kareem had to say, it's like you have to respect the boundaries that are put into place, because these are still people. Like, sure, this is their job as NBA players. They're superstars and they put on a basketball game. They do sports for you. However, you have to consider these are still people. Like, I know that he was mentioning LeBron a lot, and he's like, yeah, you know, LeBron was saying how it's a personal matter, and he didn't agree with that, but it is a personal matter. Like, what do you mean? It's your family, it's your livelihood, it's something you're putting in your body. It's a personal matter.
It is.
And you can be a part of the NBA, and that's cool, but I still have decisions as a person outside of my occupation of what I do to make money. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
There we go.
PA, what
10,000 points for CC. Fuck Sco. Yeah.
Why we got to fuck me in there? I was cool with 10,000
You know why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's another segment coming up that kind of correlates with this shit. You know what I'm talking about? But
Can I talk?
oh, you want to talk now? You want to talk? All right, fuck it. Let me shut the fuck up.
My body, my choice.
This nigga. My body, my choice.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right.
Literally, that was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I can respect it. What? I guess I just need to buckle up.
I ain't got nothing to say. You can just move on to the next segment, because we basically coming back to this. And
No, what do you have to say? Like, what do you think?
No. You said enough for me, but I really
Like-
just, you already know how I feel. Like, first of all, like, I hate the switch ups all the time when it comes from saying one thing. Oh, if you just stay away, if you isolate yourself, y'all could ball. So y'all was okay doing that when it was in the dome, right? And it's cool like that. Okay, why not just revisit that and then set guidelines for the fans, right? No, because that's what the fuck they did. See, you want to play these games. You know what the fuck they doing, Sco. Don't get me started. Don't cut this cool, because we got another segment. We keep moving because we got a guest, and then we trying to keep.
Yeah, I have thoughts about that.
Oh, that's a valid point. You didn't think I was gonna come up with that shit, huh? Yeah.
It's not a valid point to me.
You're full of shit. Is it okay? If it's not a good one, you're tripping.
I think you're not taking into account the fact that
they always switching shit up,
certain teams
man.
didn't even report to the bubble, and a lot of them said they would never. The ones that did go was isolated from their families for so long. They said they would never do that shit again. And you also not taking into account that when that happened, everybody was on lockdown and the world wasn't open. So now they're not going to stay in one place. They're going to travel. And now that you're traveling to 40, 50 cities a year in one season, they're saying that they want you to have a vaccine. But that moves us right into the next thing.
Okay, no, wait. Because here's the thing. I don't even feel like that was his focal point. I feel like he mentioned...
And that's why I say I disagree. I didn't agree with everything he said.
That's not his focal point.
I definitely agree that it's your body, your choice, but I also, in the words of PA, it's your body, your choice. But I also feel like...
Hey, you need that on a t-shirt, though, the whole time. That would be dope.
I also feel like... And I'll get into this more later. I don't have to really speak on it right now. But I agree it's your body, your choice, but at some point, when you're an entertainer...
Okay.
When you're an entertainer, and you're gonna go play basketball in front of 50,000 people and be around a bunch of different. So in a day, they're gonna go to the airport. They're gonna fly to a different city. They're gonna be around everybody that's on that plane. They're gonna be around everybody that's at the airport. They're gonna go to a hotel. They're gonna be around everybody that's at the hotel. They're gonna go to a restaurant. They're gonna be everybody that's around the restaurant. They're gonna go to the stadium. They're gonna be around all the stadium staff.
Sure.
Ushers, security, any and everybody.
So many
a bunch of people. And at that point, they have the possibility to become the definition of a super spreader, because you're going to be in contact with hundreds and thousands of people a day or a night every time that you do your job. And this is part of your job. Travel is part of your job.
Right.
Being in front of a bunch of people is your job. So at that point, where do you draw the line between my body, my choice, and social responsibility? Because if it's your choice to not wear a mask anywhere you go, Nobody can make you put a mask
But
on, right or wrong.
yeah.
But if you come around me and you get, even if it's just a cold, not even cold. Say you go out and you
That's
stand in the
all it really
rain.
is.
You stand in the rain and do fucking backflips. Stand in the rain and do backflips. You catch a cold. You get pneumonia. You come around me and fucking cough and sneeze on me. That's your body. That's your choice. But you just impacted me with your choice.
But with all the... Go ahead, CC, my bad.
Okay, that's cool. So, here's the issue. I think that's fine, that's dandy, but now you have to start thinking about the individuals that you have signed with individual contracts and then implement what you put in those contracts. What did you put in those? Because you clearly didn't put something in there that said it was mandated that you had to follow the report if any type of health condition happens, global crisis.
But
this is the issue.
That's why they can find them, though. It is in there.
Right.
That's why if it wasn't in their contract and they set out games, they wouldn't get fined because they wouldn't be penalized for it. What's happening right now, Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets is undergoing something to see if he can be a part-time player and still get paid. Because if he were to miss games, they would fine him every game.
Okay, right, but that isn't an implementation as of if you are not a part of this contract and you comply with getting all regulatory health conditions, then you are snatched from the team. That's different from, you have to pay a fee, you have to pay a fine.
Well, yeah, they can't terminate the contract.
They can't, right.
No,
That's my thing with that's something, a condition that you didn't think about that happened, right? Because you still wanted to give them freedom of choice in that, or you didn't think of that, but that puts us back in the playing field of, okay, if I sit here and say you can't lose your job because honestly it's your contract. This is not an employee. This is a contract that I have with you. Mm-hmm. Then now at this point, I have to negotiate with you in order to still have this side on my side and your side on your side, and we both get a fair gain from it. And I think that that's more of the issue of the NBA than I want everybody to be safe. I want everybody to be cool. It's more so of we'll lose so many people if we don't learn how to negotiate and operate.
Well, yeah, it's a business for sure. But the general question I was asking.
Hold on, please. I'm going to just keep it short and simple. We ain't even finna dive into all of that. According to the CDC, what they say, if you social distance and you properly wash your hands frequently, wear an N95 mask,
yes,
you won't be a super spreader, right? Of course
you won't be.
That's the fuck they said, right? So why don't just have the NBA players do that, right? And still ball, right?
So
I'm just saying.
Can I ask you a question?
No, bro, that's what they said.
Can I ask you a question?
That's fucking true.
But
that's all the fuck they said. They said.
So let's. Money.
At what point can we expect?
Because I ain't even gonna say.
Can we expect people to be smart? You expecting them to do what the rules are and follow the regulations. Take it from somebody that works with kids.
I digress, man.
We moving on.
Yeah, please.
We moving on because we could do this all all fucking day, but we're not doing it. We're gonna go to some people's favorite segment. Not saying it's my favorite segment, but it's some people's favorite segment.
Nobody's favorite segment.
He's hating again. It's time for Ride or Slide.
Ooh.
Hit the fucking horns. All right.
I'm gonna have more. Just like 1, 2.
One more time for our special guest. He finna get a cramp in his wrist. Time for this week's Ride or Slide. And so, the question I'm posing this week for our Ride or Slide is, you would stay in a relationship and or get married to your current partner in spite of whatever challenges or whatever unhappiness you already have about that relationship. So to repeat, you would stay in a relationship or get married to your current partner in spite of challenges or uneasiness you have or maybe some unhappiness you have in your relationship. Do you ride with that and you would stay and you would do that, or do you slide on that?
And we got a few little guest audience in here, y'all, so y'all can chime in too. You know what I'm talking about? But see, let's see, kick it off with something.
Got to.
Okay, so relationships, right? That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of myself that you put into it. And it's like, if you don't want to be there anymore, I don't care if you've been with this nigga for 2 years, 3 years, 64 years. You know what I'm saying? You need to, I just don't think you should stay somewhere if you think you can have more. Because that whole time that you're there in that relationship, you're going to be like, well, I can have more. And you're not going to be happy. And it's going to show in other ways if you're not verbally or doing that in your actions. And they going to feel that. You can't have that from somebody you've been with for so long or so little. Like, they're going to notice the change in how you behave because you don't want to be there. So you need to slide the phone.
I'm not saying you don't want to be there, but I'm saying it just ain't your fairy tale. I want to get married thing.
Then you don't want to get married. You say how you say.
No.
A fairy tale, I don't want to get married thing. You know what that means? It's something here that's stopping me or in the back of my mind from making a choice of being with you forever. So that means that I don't want to be with you because
that's fair.
What the fuck else you got to look forward to but forever? So you don't want to be with them. Then you don't want them to be part of that. And that's great.
That's a fair point.
You should leave.
Pierre, what you think about that? What do you riding or you sliding? We got a slide right here.
It depends. It really depends on.
What the fuck is it? Taking my answers and shit? The fuck?
It do. Like, what if you got like investment with your significant other? You got kids, so
Yeah.
They gonna still be your kids though.
I think you talk about somebody you know real familiar. Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you talking. No.
Yeah, you missed it.
Yeah, I was asking a question.
He absolutely
Missed it, Hope. Go ahead.
Nah, but you made my.
I fucked your shit up.
So you saying it depends on if you have those things with that person, but ultimately, I mean, at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to. Is this the situation you want to be in for the rest of your life?
Nah, but that's a great point though. You
That's
got
a long ass time.
No. But what he said, you got investments with a motherfucker.
Okay, right, but you
like
can't make that
money.
back. Guess what though? You shouldn't spend some shit you can't get back.
Kids is a
Like
pretty big one
what?
too.
Okay,
kids.
and that's cool, but I'm
And
gonna
you
still be
can't-
your
oh,
parent, and
forgot
that's
about
gonna
the
still
kids.
be your parent.
Turn
And
mine
if we
into
still gonna be
smoothies.
parents to you, that's negotiable.
But it still will fuck their mind up a little bit.
Why? Because my mom, that's reality. Now, don't sit here and be like, this is not the reality, because then you're going to teach your kids to move the same way you move. You're not going to consider that?
Well,
like,
You can also show them love by staying with them.
and right, but is it real love if you unhappy?
That's a bar.
But
Because your kids going to witness all of the
I
fights
think-
y'all have, all the
Kids feel that.
issues you
They
have,
understand
and
that.
they're like, damn, my mom and daddy don't even fuck with each other.
Oh, they
'cause
just stay
see what
together
sh-
for me, but I would stay with
me,
them
but
not
I
staying
wish they
together
would-
though.
Exactly.
true shit.
And that's a problem. So what do you want to teach your kids by showing it through your marriage?
But I guess also depends on how much happiness, because everybody know you're not. It's not
perfect.
everything is not gonna be. You know what I'm
Everything
saying?
is not already
Green.
bad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
That's why I say everything ain't everything ain't.
you gotta put a
whole
percentage
bunch.
on that shit. Like at least I gotta be happy. Like
You can be happy with a lot of things, though.
I need
outside
to be
of
You
happy.
can put a percentage on happiness, but then we going too far now. I might name that, but that might be the name of the episode. Can you put a percentage on happiness? I'm here to ask you a very important question. Are you riding or you sliding?
I'm right with it.
Oh, you got us jumping into deep thought and shit.
I'm right with it.
Fucking Play-Doh over here. What's your answer?
man, I do feel like it depends, but I'm not even. That's tough, man. Because the reason why for me it depends on what the challenges are. Some things is like deal breakers,
Yeah.
and then you got some things like you know what.
You already with them, so it's obviously. Well, let me
you're
rephrase.
learning them. Like it take time.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. Because when we talk about deal breakers, say somebody walk in the house every day and they drop their clothes on the floor. They don't put them where they
That's
supposed to.
fucking annoying.
But that's something that somebody could probably. I could deal with that for 6 months. I could maybe deal with that for a year. You
Oh.
telling me after 5 years,
The entirety.
4-5 years, I gotta pick your clothes up every day? That's a deal breaker once it gets to a certain point.
No,
That might
but-
not be a deal breaker right out the gate. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Also,
don't you
or
think
you
that's
just
small? That's little.
That is
you
not
gonna
small.
work. You
It's-
gonna work on that.
No,
That's
it's
small to you,
after,
nigga.
After 2, maybe 3 years, nigga. After 20 years, motherfucker, pick your shirt up.
I've been picking
saw
up
this
your
shirt.
shirt for 20 years, nigga.
I mean, you gotta say something. You gotta communicate, and you gotta work on it. What are you talking about? It's gonna take time. It's like
I agree, but I want to know what's your answer though.
damn, man. I was trying to get out. I was finna say I digress
know.
and move to the next.
It depends. He took your answer this time. What's your answer? Ride and slide.
Right, ride and slide.
Variables taken
I ain't
into
gonna
account.
lie. I'm a challenging ass person. I'll ride. I am.
So we got 2 rides, right? And 1 slide. Well, let's even it right the fuck. Let me tell you something. Get closer. Man, listen. Life is too short and life ain't promised. You can walk outside and get struck by a bolt of lightning.
Fuck.
Bitch, you think I'm finna
You say slip on a banana peel and break your neck.
Do you understand?
Do you hear me? Man, fuck out of here. No.
No. What are y'all doing?
Nothing in life is gonna be good for you if you're uncertain about it. Uncertainty breeds uncertainty.
A challenge doesn't mean you uncertain.
A challenge don't mean you uncertain, but
Because that was the key word in that whole.
But also if you see something that's challenging and you have a percentage of unhappiness and you don't
now you using my shit.
No, and I'm saying, and you don't address those things, not percentage, but just if you have unhappiness.
We gotta put a percentage on
my
that
point
shit.
is, if you have your challenges, you have your reservations. Everybody nobody can be perfect. You're not gonna feel 100% one way about a person.
Yeah.
But what we saying is, if there's something that you're holding back, it's something you can't get over that you're not already all in.
That was not your question.
Yeah.
That was not your question. That was not your question. Yeah, go back to the fucking notes, nigga.
You will stay in a relationship.
I will read along with you.
You will stay in a relationship or
get
get married to your current partner despite of challenges because you're scared of starting over with a new person.
You gonna rap?
Keep going. That was fun.
So to say it again, because motherfuckers definitely just ignored the whole other part of the question, which was because you're scared of starting over with a new person.
And that's what it comes down to. You scared because you comfortable now. You comfortable. This motherfucker know everything I done told them.
And that's
They know how.
my point is
The scared part is subjective.
It's fear.
Is it not?
It's fear-based. Fear-based action.
I'm saying, who says I'm scared?
And why are you basing your
Who
action
said
on
I'm
fear?
scared? Of starting something new.
I would say you're scared because if you're faced with, if you've been in something, it's not new. When you talk about facing challenges, that's something you should get figured out in the first 6 months to a year of your relationship. You should not be 3 years in saying, we just got some things going on.
Yep.
Or we should just be working on something. Everything is a process, and that's true. And that's absolutely true. But what you cannot say is 3-4 years down the road, I'm just waiting on, we cool right now, but she gonna really be great when she can do this. Or she can change that. You living on potential, and we already talked about you can't do that.
It's not always,
success.
but it's not. It's not always like that. If you're thinking about it, like you're saying, only living on and like based on someone's potential, but sometimes people go through transitions, right? We all never. Are you at the same level you were 5 years ago? Any of you?
No, but my thing is, someone that you're with should be definitely at a capacity.
Yeah, but then people go through changes. No, I'm saying that even speaking for myself, like for real. You know what I'm saying? So you have transitions. Some people go through trials and tribulations.
That's what I'm asking.
Some people, and then once you get to you get to a certain point, right? So you're not where you were before. So now I can appreciate you more. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, no, but what about where you were and where you are, and they're not matching that energy? Are you supposed to just be like, oh, I'm happy even though you're not where the fuck I'm at?
If you're a person that needs to go through, if you're a person that needs to go through a transition,
everybody goes through a transition.
But it's not the same.
It's not the same.
You know what I'm saying?
Is this person entitled to wait on you because you're going through your fucking transition?
Have they? Right.
I'm not entitled to wait on you because you're going through your transition.
Never said nobody's entitled.
But my point is, that's the question we ask.
It's almost like you picking them over you.
You can't say switching that motherfucking question.
We said challenges. If the challenge is your partner is going through a transition, they not the type of person right now that you want to be with. They might be transitioning into that person at some point. We're asking you, will you stay with them because you're scared to start over and you're hoping they can transition into the person you want them to be?
Or you like, you know what, someone might be out there that is already at where I'm at.
In a year or 6 months.
Yeah.
You should be able to catch
I said what I said. Let's move forward.
That's crazy.
All right, well, I'm sliding. We in a deadlock. We're moving forward.
So 2 and 2.
Yeah, we couldn't agree on that, but I think we're moving on to something that we can all agree on. And it's about, I really hate that we even gotta, I hate that we gotta do this. I don't like giving.
No. We ain't even gonna mention their names directly in this, that, and third, but everybody know about them twins that went viral and shit. They're fucking white. And I don't mean to sound that abrasive because it ain't like I'm racist. And you know what I'm saying? But they're of Caucasian descent, and they act like it's okay for them to talk to each other and say they nigga, use the word nigga. So
not even talk to each other, just use it in their conversation with others.
And that motherfucker who made a documentary, fuck you. Fuck No Jumper, fuck Adam 22. I don't appreciate none of that shit. That shit get my blood boiling. And them niggas say, oh, if you see him, he got a problem. I promise you, I swear to God. I swear to God, bro.
You got a problem with us saying nigga. You can get up with us when you see us.
And then hold on, bring that motherfucker back. See, and the reason why is fuck Adam 22 and No Jumper. And the motherfucker who used to be his co-host, that's a black man. I forget your motherfucking name. If you go back on that shit, it's fuck you too, because you stupid. Because people are culture vultures. You know what I'm saying? They culture vultures, bro. So for Adam 22 to bring them weak ass individuals that ain't nothing but on some YouTube shit, you know what I'm saying? And brought them on their show, and then, I admire you guys, and that's cool. I'm like, you culture vulture. We made you right.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
You don't think you just sounded like Tupac?
Nigga,
you're not down with my people. Nigga, fuck you too.
Oh, yeah. And I got on the shirt. It's crazy. I forgot I had the shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Legendary. That's why I but big influence though. Real shit though.
Right. Isn't that real type of energy right now?
Nah, but for real though.
You need a second?
Nah, you know I hate this shit. That type of shit get like pisses me off, man. And we gonna ask you motherfuckers too. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, Southside. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm talking about? For real. But real talk, like, I don't appreciate that Adam 22. Like, you made your money. You got where you at off of building off of our culture, our shit. Not your people shit. This our shit.
I guess what he remember where he came from. You know white people sit
yeah, man. And they go, you guys are... I'm like, what? You trying to get these platform and act like that shit cool?
I'm so sorry. Why do you feel like a white man was finna have your back in anyway? Because you're so hurt, but it's like you're right.
No. Hold on, let me get this out. Because it ain't about being hurt. It's about what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. It's just that motherfucker.
Right, but you putting that in the hands of a white man.
I don't
Mom, that's defending another
plus the soul. I don't give a fuck.
And that's cool, but I wasn't shocked. I didn't know who the fuck these motherfuckers was, but when I saw it, I'm like, okay, white and white. The shit makes sense. So the shockness is weird to me, like.
But you know, it's the disrespect though. My bad. Go ahead, Scott. My bad.
Listen.
My bad.
And let this be a learning lesson, everybody. Sometimes when you do shit, you gotta go over the ground rules. We can't get on YouTube. White on white.
Right.
Can't be Cambodia.
Okay, but
we need them too. Everybody in there. Everybody ain't got an account. Everybody can subscribe. Everybody can like and retweet this shit. Ooh.
Okay, so it's not white for white.
So you got Wi-Fi, nigga. We love you.
I ain't no sellout, but we look at that money like a bitch do. What are you talking about?
Oh shit.
That's what it is.
We got Tupac over here. We got Malcolm X.
He said Angela Davis and shit.
Who's scary needed for to possess somebody? So you already saying that okay would have been in Magic City. He ain't coming. He wouldn't be coming back to today.
So you're right. How do you feel about this white on white crime?
Oh my God.
I need you to relax first and foremost. But also, to be honest, I felt like this. I think it's misinformation and it's spreading some shit that shouldn't. Like it's giving some, like you said, it's giving something to a platform that don't even give no platform.
Oh, okay.
After everything, and I'm gonna leave it at that. After everything that white people have learned about their relationship with minorities, quote unquote, and in general, black people, they should have learned by now that giving a platform to some stupid shit like that, or even anybody having a stupid ass belief that you can say something that's obviously a derogatory term when it comes out of your mouth. Not everybody, your mouth. When it comes out of your mouth, it's a derogatory term. And to get on TV, we were raised in the hood, so that's just what everybody says, so we said it. I think, like I said, No Jumper, Adam 22, a hip-hop podcast that talk about all of this other shit. Mm-hmm. When the fuck did we ever, because it's not about us, we didn't nominate this nigga the voice of the fucking street.
That's what I'm saying.
When did we even, for him to give them a platform, who gave him a platform?
Exactly. A fact.
Who watches those videos and says that he should be the authority that should even be able to talk about shit? That's one thing. Because I ain't never seen that shit. Until we started doing this, and even now, I really wish I hadn't seen it. Because I smacked the fuck out of all three. Like they the Three Stooges. That's some lame shit.
For real, man.
To the dudes that did it and said it, I listened to everything they said. I listened to what they explanation for it was and everything. Yeah. And what I would say,
you niggas stupid.
And what would you say?
We know what he was saying. I was talking, but we know what he was saying.
My bad.
You good. I would say in general, to them and to anybody that has that same mindset, whether you be any color and you think it's okay to say something that's derogatory to other people, and you be like, this is just the way I am, so I'm not going to change. Challenge yourself to change your mindset and be aware of other people. You can't walk around and live on a planet with 7 billion other people and not even open your mind up and understand. Mm-hmm. It's just not fucking okay. Mm-hmm.
And let me interject real quick because I want to put this in there too. So just like when people of Asian descent and be like all that, like when that shit was going on, they want people of color and how they back and all that shit. Mm-hmm. Have our back the same motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying? Because they never have our motherfucking back when it comes to, you know, for real, disrespecting any other motherfucking race. Like, anybody walking around, if one of them came on the show, I'm like, oh, yeah, wetback this. What up, wetback? My wetback,
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
all
right,
that type
but listen,
of shit.
But what you gotta, so this is what I feel about when people say that though. They are not an aesthetic. People have turned black people into an aesthetic. So it's like, oh, this is just a part of me being popular. This isn't associated with black people. This is me being cool. Asians don't have that. Hispanics don't have that. I feel like
because we damn near create every motherfucker.
But going back to my point though, what I'm saying is, as two people that say how much they love and enjoy and understand black culture, like they say that they do, and that's where they from, then that's even more reason that if you got respect for those people and respect for black people and respect for the culture, you shouldn't say that stuff. That's why I'm leaving it.
Yeah.
In general, you gotta fucking, it gotta click at some point.
Yeah, man. Respect us, respect the culture.
Respect is respect. So if you respect the culture, respect the culture, and show that through your actions and what you do and what you say. Moving forward.
My body's telling me. No, all right, my bad. Go ahead.
Cut that part out.
Nah, keep it in. What do you mean? Let niggas know how you really feel.
What? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So moving on to something certain people are going to have very, very specific feelings about. In recent news, R. Kelly was convicted in New York for his sex trafficking case. He still has to go on trial for other things, but he was convicted in that, and that can give a sentence of anywhere from 15 to 100 years. And so, real quick, just want to ask y'all, PA, what do you think about that? What do you think about R. Kelly's conviction?
He deserved it, but his music great.
This nigga. That's priceless. That is priceless, man. You know what? Yeah.
What can you say? That's fair as hell.
That's what's up.
Sierra, I'm done with him. Sierra, what do you think?
I'm so happy. So listen, before y'all canceled R. Kelly, I canceled that nigga years ago. But listen,
she definitely did though.
I did.
She definitely did.
Because here's the issue: if you grew up in Chicago, we're from Chicago. You knew who this man was when you were a kid because everyone was talking about it. And the fact that I just feel like when all of this shit came to a boy, the motherfucker was like, oh my god, they can't, motherfucker, you can believe, nigga. You do know. So I just feel like the charges that he got and the sentencing that I'm sure they're going to try for a retrial, like on the things. But the things that he got charged against, I think are very fair. He deserves that. And it's a justice done to black women in particular, but women all over who have been a crime of sexual assault.
Mm-hmm. I second that. Pussy.
Me too. That's what's up.
Oh, that's what you got to say. That's it? You done?
What? I just said.
I love it.
I agree.
Yeah, no.
What?
I'm glad we can stand as a united front. Not about that, but his music great though.
His music is great.
Thank you.
It's a lot of R. Kelly songs I miss, but I can't do it.
And that's the thing.
I miss that shit, but I can't.
But I am gonna say this.
It goes back to what we just said. At some point, it comes down to understanding, in the words of my good brother Mom, that right is right and wrong is wrong.
This nigga.
And so, were those songs great? I don't know.
You do know.
For somebody else's decision. But we know he did that shit. We don't fuck with that. And have a good trip. Have a good trip. That's all we can tell. Talking talking about something else. What's real? What's on your mind? We don't have time to talk about the dude who mind telling him. We got something else on our mind. It's a very real topic that I think everybody has real, genuine, deep feelings about. I know I do. I feel strongly about it, which has been, I guess, the theme of this show is us talking about shit that we feel very strongly about, which is how you end your season. If we haven't told you already, this is the season finale.
Hence the little unicorn hats.
Our celebration hats. As of today, Day-to-Day Pod is going to be turning, not in actual videos, but in concept and theory. It was a year ago, basically, that we sat down and we thought about this and we started putting everything into motion. So, ending the season on what will be the birthday of the Day-to-Day Podcast.
Y'all watch all the motherfucking episodes, too.
Please do. Leave a comment, leave a review. Follow us on everything on social media at Day-to-Day Pod. Little plug.
Email.
The email, you got any questions? You want to hear us talk about something? Message us at daydaypod@gmail.com. And now it makes this transition very weird after talking about it. What we're going to talk about right now is, what do you guys think? And it was something PA touched on last episode about his idea for what we should do about homeless people. And like we said we're going to speak more about that. And I wanted to ask you all what you think about what we should be doing as a country to help homeless people and in general combat homelessness. So what we should do to help the people that are already in that state, and what we should be doing to stop people from even reaching that state. Because by that point, it's far gone. It's tough.
Right.
So what do you think?
I think that with if we're looking at the United States in particular, I want to say that with the climate of the economy, right? We do, at Chicago, because we do have a higher percentage of homeless people in our streets, we have a lot of programs, we have a lot of different shelters that are put in place for people to go when they don't have homes. They give them showers, they'll give them food, they'll give them clothes. It's just that when you're speaking on people, I think that when it comes to homeless programming and education and funds, we forgot that these are still people that have very specific situations that put them in the place that they're in.
I think America has a way of going out of its way to dehumanize homeless people.
It's almost weird
because it's programming you to not feel. And we said this, and we weren't on camera, but we said this when we were talking about the topic. I was asking them. I said, in general, I know our answers. Maybe you have. You seem more knowledgeable on it than us. But I asked him, have you ever seen a homeless shelter? Can you tell me off the top of your head where one is located? I couldn't. Because the information isn't spread enough.
Right.
I can tell you. I can tell you with damn every liquor store on the south side.
Right. But you know what? That's what
but
it is.
I can't tell you what shelter is.
That's what it is. So what it is the information of where these homeless shelters are, or the locations of them. They're in your communities, but if you don't know where to go to get the resources, because you have to think of the homeless community. That's a very large rank, and then a number of people who are volunteering to help spread this information, right? Yeah. To help get this to the homeless people that they know, the people that they see, the corners that they know are full of homeless people. The people downtown, like the homeless community that's downtown, they know exactly where to go to get anything that they need, from groceries and food to showers and how much it costs to get these showers at these different places. They know that. And so I think what it comes to is the spread of knowledge and how we're getting those resources out to different communities.
So you say how we can help is just
I would say is really putting the message of where you all need to go to get these and how it can, what will help you all get it the quickest.
What do you think, PA? Because I remember what you said, and what you said you think they should do. Yeah. And I thought it was interesting because I saw an article and we shared it amongst each other, but in Los Angeles, I believe it is, they're building a skid row apartment buildings, like housing for homeless people.
Oh, wow.
It's strictly for homeless people. And to show you the state of the world and why we're talking about this in America, I saw another article in DC that they stopped tearing down a place they were about to tear down in the city because a bulldozer hit a homeless person that was sleeping in a tent at the place.
Damn.
So you have some places in America where finally we starting to be more progressive and understanding, and they building them homes, and then you got some places that sitting here hitting fucking homeless people with bulldozers, bro.
That's fucked
Coming
up.
to, so basically, they're coming to tear down where they know that they nest and sleep at, because we view them as a problem to society and not somebody we need to help. And then you have, on the other hand, somebody that's actually helping people. So taking that into account, what do you feel like? I guess I know what you feel like we should do to help, but in general, do we think it's enough to just spread awareness, or do we, need to do a little more?
We need to do more, way more. Like I don't know what no shelter is either. I don't think they would know, really, because then it's like
common knowledge.
Like.
Well, I think that's the problem. The problem is
not gonna work like that.
I think that's the problem. I think the problem is if you were homeless right now, would you know where to go?
Yeah, like depending on your location, like she said,
Like,
people downtown,
right?
they
well, just
probably
in
know.
general,
They know.
How do we know that they didn't go through trials and tribulations while being homeless and then come across this knowledge the hard
True
way?
shit, yeah.
And that's
Because it's not the common person's knowledge. So it's like if I was homeless tomorrow, I wouldn't know what the fuck to do. I wouldn't know where to go. I wouldn't know anything.
This was dope though. I appreciate y'all because y'all ain't gonna lie, y'all bring a lot of awareness to me and make me want to do more. Because like I'll rap when I see somebody, I ain't gonna lie, depending on their orientation or their demographic.
What classes they're taking?
No, that's for sure.
Nah, for real. I if somebody asks for money, I give them the money, but there's so much more that I could do. You know what I'm saying? I'll be always asking. I'm like, damn. And I don't know where the shelter is either, y'all. So I don't know where the homeless shelter is either.
Right. Some people just need blankets, jackets, but I really feel like there's a lot more than there was of people who are involved in helping the homeless. When it comes to even progressive technology in their tents, there's jackets that turn into tents for homeless people in the wintertime. And it's just the matter of funding it to get it distributed to those who need it. But
so everybody can have one.
For everyone to have one.
I want one of them bitches.
Honestly, it's
nigga, what? You think you fly, nigga? I got on a jacket to turn into a tent.
The government should pay them. Like, give them money to clean up the street. Give them a job. Like, that's what they look for.
Okay,
you know they're not gonna do that shit.
Okay, but let me
You can't tell us on it. You can say it again, but
they spend our tax money on unnecessary bullshit. Why
listen, but let me tell you, there are some homeless people who will take advantage of you. Let me tell y'all that.
Oh yeah.
Cause I donate. I had a story. It was a kid. Cause kids really get me. When I see homeless kids on the street, I just really feel for that. And so I had a homeless kid come up to me. He was mixed. And he was just like, this was a couple years ago. I think I was working at a call center. And he was like, can I get some money? And I'm like, you know what? I'm on my lunch break. I don't got no cash on me, but if you walk with me to the ATM, like, I'll get you some cash out. And he's like, okay, cool. He's like, you mind if I walk with you, talk with you? I'm like, cool. He's like, I don't have much to give, but let me give you a story. Right. So we walking and we talking, and he just talking about his life. And this kid thinks it's like, I got kicked out the house. Me and my parents were getting into it. I didn't know who my dad was. And it was those type of issues. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. The fact that you've made it this long out here is great. We get to the ATM. I get out whoever I get him 20. He's like, okay, let me walk back with you to your job, make sure that you cool, safe. I'm like, all right, bet. We walk. I'm like, I need to get some coffee. I go into a Starbucks. You know how they got a tip jar at the Starbucks? So we get to the cashier. I'm like, yeah, you want something to drink? You want some hot chocolate, coffee? He like, nah, cool. I get what I need to get. We leave. He like, yeah, I just stole out their tip jar. Gee, I got $20 more. You understand what I'm saying? Sir, I understand you have an instinct to survive. However, when you are moving and doing those type of things, you have to look at what's to come to you. Like, you have somebody helping you. You want more. Yeah. That's not enough for you. So
TC, I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't even listen to the little nigga. You take this little dub, get the fuck on. Real shit. I ain't got time for all
this shit. That's not what we need. We need common ground, ladies and gentlemen.
Shit,
we need a little bit of understanding. Don't fucking take them to Starbucks with you. They're not doing shit.
Give them a dub. Give them a dub and tell them get the fuck, go buy your little weed.
You don't have to give them money and tell them to get the fuck out. Because when we talk about dehumanizing, hey, I gave you money, motherfucker. Go away.
I ain't say it like that, but
that's how you talk.
Get the fuck out.
You're always gonna say it like that. That's how you talk. Moving forward, I want to touch on something that you just said. A couple of years ago, you said you was working at a call center.
Yes.
And that's fucking crazy to me. Because for these niggas that don't know, finna stunt with my nigga right now,
Yeah,
man.
some of you.
My nigga that don't know, fuck is you talking about? We was just in call centers a couple years ago, but now you looking at I know all our personal favorite DIY, do-it-yourself entrepreneur. One of the first people I saw. Give me that horn, man. Be able to quit their day job and say, this is about me, this is about my craft. I'm betting everything on myself and making that shit work and seeing the success that comes from that. And I really applaud you, and I'm really proud of you and everything you did. We all are.
Definitely, yeah.
And we saw the vision when you had it. We saw the vibes. Fuck is you talking about? And we saw it come to fruition. And so the main thing, if nothing else, I want to take away from this episode is talk to anybody that might be listening. If they still listening, I know the shit we just said about in general, what inspired you to kind of take that leap of faith and do that, because it takes a lot to be able to bet on yourself like that. And then I guess just what would you say was the biggest struggle, and ultimately what made it all worth it?
Okay. Well, thank you all, because that's amazing. I love when my friends support me. But listen, so I've worked for when you're the type of person who just works and works and works, and it's like day one, and it's like, okay, boom, I'm in high school. I'm staying up till 2 getting this assignment done, because I gotta get it done. I gotta get it out the door. It doesn't matter. And then you move forward from high school, you get to college, and college is nothing but high school triple. So it's like, nigga, we don't even care if you pass. Like, if you fail, that's your fault. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, boom, I don't care. I'm gonna do this essay. I'm tired. When I was in college, I had 3 jobs. I was the RA, then I worked at Foot Locker, and then, I was a tour guide. And it's just like, I need to make sure that I was.
Still got straight A's.
And still got straight A's and B's. I'm still on the Dean's list. And it's just like when you have that type of drive, and it's like, I know what I need to get done, I'm going to get it done, and I don't care.
I didn't do none of that shit. Got kicked out.
Did I?
I didn't even make it that far.
I didn't do none of that shit.
Hey, we had a Foot Locker in Carbondale.
We had a Foot
This
Locker.
nigga.
Right.
Oh, we got to feel like it coming
I worked 3 jobs and made the Dean's list. Right?
Yeah,
Nigga got sent home.
No, I needed you. Thanks. Okay, but listen, so all that happened, great. But it defines you. I feel like your younger years, like if you're young and this is something that you want to do, your younger years and your dedication to what it is that you commit to and completing it really molds you into a type of person that takes that energy into your future. Because now that I have my own business, okay, cool, graduated college, and I had plenty of jobs. And I left all of the motherfuckers because I'm like, as soon as I'm not happy, I'll leave.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what type of income that you're giving me. If I'm unsatisfied, if I feel like I could get more, if I don't want to be here just because I don't feel like talking to the people that's around me, I'm going to quit. I'm going to be like, I'm going to get something else. So it's like, I have so much experience in different places. I was working for the law department. I worked for a lot of legal law firms because my degree is in political science and then legal. Cool. I worked for a lot of different places, and people would come up to me and be like, why are you doing law? Like, you don't have to do this. You can do whatever you want to do. And whenever you want to come back to law, if you want to, you can. And just having people that are in a role that you think is going to make a lot of bread tell you,
that ain't
it. As a younger person, have fun. Experience life. You in your 20s. Why the fuck you taking life with nigga, you had a law firm with me and you in your 20s.
Right.
Like, experience life. And that really helps me pick out. I was working at the call centers, and I would just draw. Like, I would just be drawing, doing shit. People come up to me like, damn, you draw? What else you do? Ooh, why you work here? You know you should be doing that shit. And I started getting a lot of customers, a lot of people from the call centers. And then I quit that. I worked for another place where I was doing every role. So it's like, when you see that you can do other people's jobs, you should be working for yourself.
Yeah.
Because that means that any position, you learn how to do that shit on your own. Which means you don't need nobody to tell you how to do shit, because you already know how to do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I know how to do A, B, and C, that means that I can do A, B, and C without working for you, and I'm gonna get the money that you're getting for myself.
TC dropping some real gems right now.
That's a fact. And it's like, you just have to, the whole time I never had discouragement in my heart. I always knew that I was helping other people, but it was just like, this is fun, this is cool, I'm happy to help you. I'm a helpful person. That's another thing. If you a helpful energy, if it's like, oh, I love to help people and I know how to fulfill a role and I know how to solve things for other people, wonderful. Apply that shit to your own self and your own energy and your own goals, and you're going to be able to get that energy and go further in what it is that you want to do. When I started working for myself, it's crazy. The place that I was working for right before I worked for myself, it closed. And the first thing I thought to myself was, well, I guess I'm going to just work for me now because, motherfucker, I ran your whole business. So that meant that I could run myself, whatever I want to do. Mm-hmm. You have to have that faith. Whatever you can do for others, you can do for yourself. And you should apply that across the board. So I feel like for anybody who wants to be independent, an entrepreneur, run their business on their own, anything like that, you can do it. You just have to know that you can. It doesn't matter if he, she tell you, your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your brother, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, anyone random, your friends. If you don't think that you could do that on your own, you're not going to do it. But if you know it, nobody could tell you nothing. Like, no one could ever sit in front of me and be like, you can, because it's like, do you already see all of the things I've already done for other people? I could do anything.
Facts.
And that's what it is.
You gonna be a motivational speaker
I
now?
was just about to say the same shit.
I was trying to figure it out.
I felt like I was watching one of them YouTube things.
I'm sitting there getting fired up like, yeah, the time of the world.
You just watching 2 minute YouTube clip. You ready to flip your fucking living room table.
Like, damn, where that next girl at? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, brother. Let's get the day started. Where's the girls at?
Yeah. I'm gonna get that up out of
Hey, that's real though. No, it was that's.
I know,
that's
right?
Fight.
What I said?
And that, no, that's not what you said. The answer's no. That's super dope. Definitely inspirational. Seeing it live, seeing it happen.
For real.
And
First of all, I remember when she first moved. It was like she stayed there. What she say? Like a year. And then the boss up was crazy, yo. The boss up was crazy. I said, we moving. I said, goddamn. She can see the lakefront. Now, if y'all niggas don't know, you come to Chicago, you see the lakefront, you downtown. I'm talking about the heart of the shit. She ain't in the South Loop. She downtown. You know what I'm talking about?
we see the.
I said, goddamn, she the view. I said, CC, can I bring a bitch over here and fuck her? Just look at the skyline.
We see the Navy Pier Ferris wheel. You're getting money.
Man.
Money is being gathered.
Man.
The fast wheel.
Hey, she motivated us, goddamn it, for real. I want to say that I mean
Man, I
that.
called
You
you
know
on the
that.
phone one day and asked a question. Our response was, I'm getting money.
Right.
I'm getting
You
money.
know, motherfucker getting money was like, oh, Jamal, I'll send your invoice one of these days. I just haven't got around to it. I said, damn, you getting money, see, huh? Hey, my invoice wasn't low. I mean, she was hooking nigga up, but still, she know I was paying that shit.
Yeah, he was.
Paying the shit out that shit.
Niggas started telling all this bitch.
Hey, she worth every fucking dime and more.
I just mean,
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I was, damn.
You know how I feel. We gonna keep this motherfucker going.
People.
Right, yeah. Can't tell them how much we getting. We broke.
Exactly. Precisely. What money?
Bro.
What lakefront view? I don't know.
Alright, but moving.
Defending Navy Pier.
It's very humble.
Well, moving forward to the real best segment of the day.
It's mine.
Because I show
Right.
love and I don't hate every episode.
Right. I mean, when you the best nigga, you gonna have other people like your shit, and you know, you ain't gonna get that shit out of you. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck them niggas.
Fix your party hat.
It's fucked up.
No, it's fine. Don't believe him. It wasn't true.
See, I'm like, no, don't believe them. It's okay, Jamal.
What segment is it time for?
The best segment of the fucking whole show. Cause I'm
Incorrect.
alright, whatever. Anyways, y'all know what it is. It's Hot or Not segment. You know, see if you ain't familiar, we choose. God damn it, nigga, I can't talk.
What's the episode?
Damn.
What's the episode?
You said the episode.
I said once an episode.
Yeah, right. So we choose 5 albums. Obviously, we do this bi-weekly, so they came out within the last 2 weeks, and we basically rate them. Not really rate them totally, but that shit is hot or that shit is not. You know what I'm talking about? So the first one is NBA YoungBoy, Sincerely Kentrill.
Is it hot or not?
Is it hot or not?
I'm gonna say it's not. I'm gonna say not.
Not hot.
I'm gonna say it's not. But you know what? I feel like it's hot for the kids who, you know what I'm saying, live with their mom and they be fighting with them and they got issues with their baby mama.
Wow, that's deep.
I feel like he makes trauma. I feel like
we usually accuse Maul of drawing all these scenarios.
He makes trauma bond music, and people who listen to him trauma bond with him. And I just feel like that's great for those who are relatable to that. But listening to that as a person who cannot relate to those type of traumas distinctly, it's not.
She just read that.
Goddamn. All right, Sco, where you at with it?
I was gonna say it's hot. I can't say it now. If I say it's hot, I'm gonna be like, I be fighting with my mama. Me and my mama get along great.
But on some real shit, we can't say something that is the number one album in rap not hot, but it's not hot to me. It's not hot to me.
Oh, political answer ass nigga.
I'm just
all right, PA, where
I
you
see
at
the
with
influence. It's hot, but it ain't hot to me.
That shit is not hot. It's only like 2 songs that's actually good on this fucking track.
That long ass.
All right, well, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like, it's 3 records on there I like. Now, dude, I like the kid because I see where the inspiration come from, which is, you can tell, got a lot of Boozy influence and what he's doing for the culture. So I always focus on the positive and the negative. Well, mostly the positive. Shorty, provide a lot of influence, but at the same time, like, you talking about the same shit. It's a lot of static in that shit. I'm not even gonna hold, like, I can't listen to that shit all the way through. It's a lot of, like, any mumbling and shit. They be letting all these little niggas get away with all this mumbling. Hey, it's my shit. I get the longest. I'm going longer than her. All right, it's my motherfucking turn, nigga. No, but for real though. All right, but it's not though. Not to me. Nevada hot though. I ain't gonna lie. That one record, Nevada.
Let me give you niggas a dissertation on how music supposed to go. Like,
yeah, fuck you. All right, whatever. The second album is Kim, Love Always.
Hey girl.
I feel like that was hot.
Hot.
That shit was hot. I was fucking with it.
Right.
We can move on. You better never say nothing different in front of me. Hey,
Kim came through with that shit.
It was great.
Yeah. All right, the third one is Anthony Hamilton. Love is the New Black.
Oh yeah, hot. I love that.
Hot.
He didn't listen to it. Did you?
I didn't.
You're fucking terrible.
I loved it.
That shit came out 2 weeks ago.
You like it.
It's real soulful.
It's hot.
great.
That shit was
Good
dope.
music. That's good
Yeah,
music.
like,
That Kim, that's good music.
and then I ain't gonna lie, like, I love their titles too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, it's the
titles
message
was
that's
great.
in it. It's great.
Like,
for sure.
For you little niggas too, going back to that shit, y'all gotta take this shit as art. The way you structure your motherfucking body of work, the title, everything.
I didn't know about the photo art for that though. I didn't like Kim photo art for that.
Well,
You said everything.
All right, and then the next one is I forget how to pronounce her name sometimes. Elijah Carver, was that right? Yeah, okay, Elijah Carver. In the Meantime,
I like that. I thought that was cool.
Hot.
Yeah, I was fucking with it.
Hot.
You didn't listen to that one either?
That one either. Nope.
Like, he tilted his head because he's from alive. And he was just like,
Yeah.
He was in the whole little world of shit. All right, I know you listened to the last one, Meek Mill, Expensive Pain.
Yep.
Yeah.
What you talk about it?
Not hot. I'm gonna let. I don't know if I'm gonna go into it, but it wasn't hot.
What would you say?
I'm gonna just get my fucking answer. If I gotta go with hot or not hot, if I could go in the middle,
It's hot or not? It's not no gray area.
It's not hot to me.
What?
It's not hot to me.
Y'all are weirdo. Okay, listen, I don't even fuck with me, G. Like,
I don't.
I don't even
It's not hot to
but
me.
listen, I don't even listen to that nigga. I ain't fucked with that shit. I was like, you know what? I can't even be mad at this. Like, this is good.
Sorry, CC. Another guy with only 3 tracks that I liked. All right, it's not.
I like it was.
And the only reason why I say that is we have the segment is hot or not. I would say it's subpar, but
What is
it's not.
Are y'all comparing him to like previous Meek?
Nah.
Because I don't listen to Meek, but I
listen to
I thought a lot of them songs was
wins and losses was way better than that.
Even if I
Championships was way better than
right,
that.
I think that's
bring
your
him on other stuff. I just wouldn't like the album.
I like that album, but maybe it's like a listener that's new to me because I don't know more than other shit. But
I don't.
It was not. It was not
That's
hot.
so crazy.
Yeah, I'm not rocking with that
Wow.
shit. But moving back to the #1 artist in America right now,
That's weird.
NBA YoungBoy. The question.
Weird to say.
Isn't it?
Yeah, NBA YoungBoy. And y'all know he outbeat Drake for the #1 album, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't even gonna lie, like that dude hold weight though. That's why I get when you said that. That shit hold weight.
The impact is
It's crazy. I'm really. I guess I'm blind or nigga getting too old. I don't.
But that's what it is. We're a different
It's
generation
like
than the current generation.
With that being said, the question is, are we officially moving into a new era of hip hop?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Can you?
No.
We got Lil Nas X. It's just so many different players that are now thrown in the field.
I want to see why he said no.
why I said no. That shit is not hip hop.
Oh, I see. I think it's hip hop
You
though.
You can't.
I'm answering the question.
Right, but
That
it's
This
shit's
nigga.
not fucking
It's hip, but it's hip hop to your knowledge of what our generation thought and considered as hip hop. For these new
And that's
kids,
true. And
that's
that's
what
true.
they consider as hip hop.
Well then,
Was that nigga not nominated at the Hip Hop Awards? and
That's
shit?
what I'm saying. Like,
Right, nigga.
it's what they
That's
hip hop.
consider. It
It's
is.
nominated the Hip Hop
It
Awards.
is. We don't matter. Our opinion, just like
You know what hip hop is,
You
bro.
black.
Stop
You
it.
gonna get nominated in hip hop
No,
anyway.
we have a different idea of hip hop, just like our parents have a different idea of hip hop, and it's a different idea with each generation. So for them, yeah.
I'm just saying, Old Town Road got nominated as hip hop. If you fucking black, that's the category they putting you in anyway.
Listen,
But I digress.
But he got nominated in country too.
right? It was both, and it was both hip hop and country. That's a fact. It was a mix of the two, which is new.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
fair.
I hear you. I guess in that, with the tone y'all said, then the answer is yes, because we definitely moving into something different. We moving into some different
For
shit.
sure.
Yeah. So moving forward, what's y'all track of the week? Oh, that's supposed to explain this shit to Sierra. Well, I don't fucking know. Well, shit, we here now, nigga. Shit.
Track of the week.
You got a track of the week,
No.
TZ?
Like a track, like a.
Your
What's-
favorite
what's
track
your-
within the last
Yeah.
2 weeks? What was your best track you
Oh
heard
my
in the last 2
god.
weeks?
Okay, guys, listen.
Only one. Only one.
Okay, listen. Oh, my phone is off. Okay,
You want me
listen.
to go first?
Yes, you go first.
Because I want to go first.
Okay, please go first.
Alright. Track of the motherfucking. Can I get some horns?
He said, "Can I get some horns?"
Can I get some horns? Track of the week. And we didn't really get a chance to touch on it too much because we chilling on y'all today. But once again, this is my business partner in Loop, Living Out Our Potential, the brand, Shop Now. And my track of the week is about the third member of the Big Three. Today, tomorrow, Kino the Pro.
Yeah.
It's on iTunes.
Yo, yo, yo.
And that's the track of the week.
That's right.
That's the track of the week. Go on there and check that shit out. That's my track of the week. I can rest now.
My track of the week is Jonas Lucas and J. Cole, Your Heart. That shit go hard.
It's Jonah Lucas and J. Cole, Your Heart.
That shit
It's
go
like you
hard.
reading at an award show. The winner is. And the winner is
Oh, man.
Lucas, J. Cole.
All right, well, before I get to my track of the week, I forgot to go right after we did the album. We supposed to went to the Under the Radar, which is we give highlights of any artist that might not that's not mainstream right now, or that's getting a little buzz, or just maybe local. And so our Under the Radar artist is Teddy Dot, BTS, The Teddy Show. Hot or not, I was fucking with it. Shout out to you, bro. I see you fuck with the podcast a lot. You be shouting us out and liking our shit. Same here. And I got in tune with you from bro. Actually, just you know what I'm saying, fucking with the podcast, and I started listening to your music, and your shit dope, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. Your shit dope. I'm
Yeah,
rocking
yeah.
with you.
Hot,
And the track of the
You
week
listen
is
to that?
the track of the week for me is Teddy Dot Clouds.
That was great.
For real.
Hot.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
check it out?
No.
No.
Fuck him a fucking.
Because my
Why he don't get a hold of my brother, huh? There we go.
You want to say it? Go ahead. One time the season finale.
Oh, fucked up. I'm high as hell.
I'll do it the right way. Oh, brother. No, super dope. Shout out to you. That's my man, bro. Appreciate the support, and we gonna keep supporting you on all of your shit because that shit is dope.
That shit dope.
Yeah, it was
dope as
great.
fuck.
dope.
Yeah, for sure.
And now we're gonna go back to because he just had us doing a C-section in the middle of the thing. We're going back to track of the week. What's the track of the week?
Okay, so John Vinyl. It's a song that he has called Chrome Hearts. Amazing, spectacular.
John
fantastic.
Vinyl?
John Vinyl, G. And listen,
Okay.
he's an artist that's been out for a long. You know when R&B artists be singing, they be out for a while, and then suddenly you hear them on the radio.
Yeah.
Like that. G. He got this one track called Chrome Hearts. That motherfucker not nothing but a minute long. Amazing. How dare you
Go
make that shit a
crazy.
minute long?
On some
Fantastic.
Tierra Whack shit, short tail.
Fucking tastic.
Nice.
But yes, girl.
Nice. What's the track of the week?
I told you, I said it earlier.
Oh,
We doing throwback.
Oh. No,
Did
that
you
was
say
her
it?
track of the week. I was
So
waiting her
did
to
you
say,
say it?
oh, mine was Teddy Dot, Clouds.
okay. You said that was your favorite one. Okay, that's the track.
Yeah,
of the
no,
week.
yeah, I'm saying that was my track of the week,
I
too.
got you.
So now we moving for it until like your throwback of the week. So, you know, there's no, as long as that shit like 10 years or older, I feel like that's throwback.
Okay, so it's gonna be Busta Rhymes, Give Me Some More. Do y'all remember
Give Me
that
Some
video? Where he
Give
was
Me
like a
Some
little
More.
monster
Yeah.
coming from the tree. That shit was
Give Me
great.
Some More.
You said you fell and bumped your head. I'm like, yeah, I bumped my head.
That's dope.
I fuck with that.
What's yours, Go?
I'm gonna go a totally different direction. Totally different. It's an insider for some people that know us. If you don't, you don't. If you know, you know. You don't, you know. Sammy, I like it.
Now you know every kickback, every party.
Fucking about.
Yeah.
That's my throwback of the week.
Yeah.
Girl, I wish that I could spend time with you.
Every day.
That's my throwback. What you got?
Hey, so I'm watching Wu-Tang.
Oh, my
the
God.
show. So
This nigga.
I wanted to go back and listen to all the old stuff. What stuck out to me is
You
Method
learned something,
Man.
didn't you? You learned some shit, didn't you?
Method
That's a good
Man. Method Man and Mary J. Blige.
I never.
That was your first time hearing that shit or something?
No, I just like the song.
Okay.
I'm very happy to see that we got to this point where this nigga throwback of the week
Yeah.
is not only rap and not R&B, but fucking Wu-Tang playing.
Right.
And Mary.
Get that nigga some horns.
Yeah.
We done reached the real pinnacle of this show.
For real, for real.
That's crazy. What you
All
got?
right. So my throwback of the week is Cameo Candy. That pearl just tastes like candy. That's what it tastes like to me. Bitch.
Why does y'all do him like that?
Why
What?
you gotta be a bitch?
I mean, Queen. What you mean? You know what I meant to say. Damn. But it is what it is. Oh, I'm sorry. I fucked up, y'all.
My boy tried to end the season early. Y'all niggas ain't ready to go home?
No.
No. It's time for our word of the day.
Oh, yay.
Oh, yeah.
Word of the day.
I always learn some shit when this come around.
Our word of the day for this week is inculcate.
Oh, shit. I thought that shit said something else.
Inculcate. So inculcate.
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 And I'm saying that right?
Say
Yeah.
it right. You want to use it in a
Inculcate?
sentence?
Yeah. Give it a try.
Inculcate.
And cocaine.
I shall inculcate that pussy. No.
Wrong.
No.
Not correct.
Oh.
Well.
Nah.
So the definition of inculcate is basically to be repetitive or indoctrinate something. So it's not totally wrong. Is it inappropriate? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? What you mean?
It's inappropriate.
Shit,
Is
dude.
it technically just
Man, these shorties watching Pornhub on their phone. What?
What you on?
What? I'm lying?
What you on?
All right, man. I can do another sentence. Hold on. No, wait, no. I'm gonna let PA do a sentence.
Yo.
You go first, bro.
Just say the word first. What's the word of the day?
And cocaine. Right?
Gotcha. Yeah, perfect.
Is that Spanish? No.
What the fuck?
That sounds some Spanish word.
Not like Spanish.
How?
Not much English. You gonna use it in a sentence?
Yeah. I walked in a club and I seen a bunch of girls.
Hold on, what the fuck? What the fuck? My nigga.
My man just made a new drug. I walked in the club
taking so long to get to the word. I thought niggas finna rap or some shit. Like, what the fuck, man?
Inculcate. That's our word of the day. Do your own research.
Hold on, y'all let CC
No,
say
I
it.
don't have. Nigga, I know what inculcate means.
What the fuck you talking about?
Excuse me. I just wanted you to say it into. I want to hear a sentence. That's all. Shit, damn.
Inculcate.
Can't you educate me? Shit.
In the Bill of Rights, there are several different amendments that are inculcated.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, we want you to do that again.
We like that.
No.
Oh.
This is pretty close.
It was close.
I guess.
Did I get it? No.
No. So, if you aren't familiar, this is the part where we're wrapping it up, and it's time for the tip of the day, which is not to be confused with.
It is my dick.
It's not to be confused with.
Y'all put him on here every time.
This gotta be the world record for the most times he done got that shit in one episode. No, but really, it's time for the tip of the day, and it would only be right if we started off with, I guess. What's your tip? Say something to the people. Tell the people something, Chad.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, cool, great. So the tip of the day that I have for you is to, if you have something that you want to do and you just like a little bit scared of it and you're like, oh, I mean, they might think and who might think and oh man, fuck everyone. I'm sorry. Forget everyone and do whatever it is you want to do because these are your dreams that you have in your hands and you are in control of your life and your destiny and nobody else. So don't consider anybody else when you're making the decisions for you.
Hey.
Facts.
Yeah. God damn
You
it.
sure you're not gonna start a motivational speaker?
That's what I'm saying.
I run that motherfucker. I'll make the title.
Hey, CC, those motherfuckers get paid too.
I
Yeah.
do. That's
Man.
so weird though. Why
That
are you
nigga
listening
Tony
to
getting
people?
paid.
What's your tip of the day, Pierre?
I had advice for the government, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I got advice for the parents.
Okay.
Get y'all fucking kids out the fucking neighborhood. Take their ass somewhere. Show them something different.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. For
It's
sure.
easy to just go downtown, really. So,
I hate that it's gotta be downtown, but that's true.
I mean, but they can't afford
Not just
to go
downtown.
We live in Chicago,
Yeah,
I mean-
it's beautiful downtown.
and that's
It's
what it is.
beautiful.
That's the
Hyde
most
Park.
beautiful
Hyde
part.
Park is beautiful too.
Oak Brook, yeah, Schaumburg.
Yeah, a lot of different.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
we got a
that's
lot.
real though.
Yeah.
Exposing different stuff. That's what.
Exposing
Yeah, for
different
sure.
stuff. Maybe they won't be a fuck up and try to fight Skull
They
in
might-
the parking lot.
Right. Because he didn't
They
want
wasn't trying to
to
fight me. I should have made that my motherfucking throwback. Climbing the stairway. They wasn't trying to fight me. They just climbed up that fucking stairway talking that shit to me. What's your tip of the day?
My tip of the day is just when you in a different place in life, understand where you are. You know what I mean? Just be aware of where you are, and see where you came from. You know what I'm saying? So you can just stay on pace to where you going.
Facts. That's crazy because that's similar to mine. My tip of the day, I thought about it and I felt like we talk about a whole bunch of shit, but I guess we always talk about futures and what people should do in the future, but I don't feel like we always give enough tips about, like he said, realizing where you at in that moment. So I would say my tip of the day is walk that tightrope, find that balance between basically living for the future, planning for what you want to do, planning for what you need to do, but also understanding, like we said, you can walk outside tomorrow and get struck by a bolt of lightning. You got to be living your life in a way that you can be proud of right now today. Mm-hmm. Because every day we see something on the news or something that reminds us our mortality or the fact that we ain't going to be here one day.
Yeah, for sure.
And that day ain't set in stone and it ain't nothing that you know. So my tip of the day is, do your best to walk that tightrope. Be happy with what it is you're doing now. Live your life to the fullest every day, but still also put yourself in a good position for the future.
That's dope.
For sure, that's good.
And with that, it is what it is.
It ain't what it ain't.
That motherfucker.
It's day to day.
And if you don't like that shit, you can suck my dick, bitch.